Happy Saturday, welcome to another Sabbath Faith Talk, and today we're talking all about peace and how I was able to gain peace through building a relationship with the Most High. Some of you might know or might not know actually, so I grew up Rastafarian, had some things that traumatic happened to me. I was very angry with God because I feel like he allowed it to happen. Then I kind of like abandoned my upbringing of following the commandments and started just doing my own thing, and then got to a point where the peace was, I had no peace. I couldn't sleep, and constant anxiety, depression, was just a lot going on within my soul. And I got to a point where I was literally just surrendered. I was on my knees and I was like, God, like, I need your help, I need your guidance, I need to pull me out of this. And that was kind of like a turning point with my faith. And since, for the last 7 years, I've just been on a journey of figuring out what peace means to me. And I feel like I'm finally there. I'm feeling the fruits of the Spirit, which peace is one of them. So I've got, obviously today I do have a Bible to support this. It is one of the 10 commandments. You shall have no other gods before me. And when the Bible speaks about gods, it's talking about idols. Anything that you put before the Most High is considered God. And for me to get to the level of peace that I had to do, I had to let go of a lot of things. So I literally wrote a list because it's a long list, and I might go into detail. Well, let me know within the comments, or let me just know what aspects you want me to speak, but lot more detail with. Maybe I could do another Sabbath Faith talk, but I'm just going to literally list everything. So the first thing was lustful desires. I think there was a point where I was asking God about love and lust, because I felt like every time I was loving, I felt pain. And I just think, what's the point of loving people? In love, if it is just associates with pain. So I literally chose lust for a year or two, and let's just say it just brought 10 times more pain. So obviously I had to go running back to love. So the first thing I had to get rid of to bring me peace was lustful desires. Included any sex toys, my nipple ring. I also had to get rid of anyone that I had been intimate with in the past. So I kind of like basically just did a clean slate, just kind of like not a clean slate, but if I was intimate with somebody, I just blocked everybody off. I just wanted a clean start for my future. So that included ex-partners. And I had to let go of control. That is something I'm still working through right now. Is learning how to surrender and not trying to control the future outcomes, and trusting that the Most High knows best for me. Gossiping. To be honest, I'm not a big gossip anyway, because I genuinely believe that whatever you say behind someone's back, you should be able to say to their face. And I personally try and treat people how I like to be treated, so I don't like to be gossiped about, I don't like to be talked about, but I try and keep it to the minimum. I even try not to talk about celebrity, popular culture, gossip as well. I had to let go of any friendships that weren't really righteous or were taking me down a path that I weren't supposed to be going on. Excessive makeup. I used to wear a lot of makeup. I still wear like my lashes and makeup, but I think I used to use it as like a mask, as a shield on my face, so no one could really see the real me. So I had to kind of like let go of the excessive makeup. I'm a natural babe anyway. I don't mind wearing my natural face out, but I do love getting glammed up. Also had to get rid of tarot cards. So as I said, once I felt like Most High was no longer, had abandoned me, I kind of like, I grew up not really associating with astrology, tarots, and I just thought, I saw like this reading thing come up, I think YouTube or Instagram, and I just got intrigued by it, and it became, I think I need to do a whole talk about this tarot thing, because I feel like it's a whole different kind of kettle of fish that can just keep you welled in and stuck in a certain timeline. But anyway, I got rid of my tarots, certain jewelry that I had that I felt, I think the Most High felt was reminded me of some dark parts of my past. Clothing that didn't represent modesty, smoking. I still battle with smoking, but that's another whole other thing. Alcohol. I think with alcohol, I used to do a lot of binge drinking, and cutting out alcohol wasn't hard. It wasn't hard, but it just was like, oh, what do I do in social situations now? And yeah, after I went to the first bar or first social situation, and I realized that being sober, it's not that bad. I felt okay with it. Forgiveness was another one. So I had aspects of my heart where I was hardened towards other people. I had to kind of like let it go, and it wasn't just like an overnight thing. Honestly, it was a period of time, like month, and then sometimes a whole year it took for me to work on my forgiveness. Another aspect is the fear of the future. So it's another aspect of control. I used to be really fearful of what's going to happen, what's going to be next, this. And I had to kind of like just let that go. Raving, clubbing. I still might go to the occasional festival or go to the occasional bar, but that whole raving scene, I've tried to go as a sober person, and honestly, it's just seeing it from a different light. Being sober and watching and being observant, it's just a different experience. So I gave that up. Stage stick. I thought, waging the stage around, clearing up the energies and stuff like that would help. I don't personally think it's anything really demonic or anything like that, but it weren't necessary. And to be honest, I just didn't like the smell. Porn, I felt like that one was a relatively easy one to give up, because once I realized porn was just replacing my need for intimacy with another person, I thought, oh, just put it in the bin. And masturbation, but masturbation was quite difficult. Obviously, I threw out my sex toys. Masturbation was quite a hard one, because I felt like I used to do it before I go to bed or when I was stressed, and I found that it was a struggle at first, but then I got to a point where I was just like, every time I feel that urge, I'm going to work on my business, or I'm going to work on something else that I need to work on. The next one is secular music. So I feel like it's hard because I do still listen to some secular music, but I try and be conscious of the lyrics that I am listening to. And I feel like music is a form of art. And I think I read somewhere, or I saw someone say, that music is the only spiritual form that enters your soul without permission, something like along those lines. But music is extremely powerful, so I'm very conscious of the lyrics that I listen to. And to be honest, like, I try and listen to Bashment now, and my spirit kind of like rejects it because it's so sexually orientated. I love a bit of reggae, but Bashment I really struggle with, especially now Vybz Kartel's been freed, and but yeah, anyway. And the last one is self-betrayal. I stopped betraying myself. If my spirit don't sit right with something, I honor my spirit. If I feel like, how can I word this? But basically, I listen to my higher self. Try to listen to my higher self at all times. I try and listen to the Most High at all times, and that prevents self-betrayal, because I think self-betrayal is a big one. So yeah, these list of things can become an idol, and sometimes we put them before God. So these are the things I got rid of, and since then, obviously, I did other things like deliverance and other stuff, but when I started getting rid of all of these stuff from my home and from my mind, my soul, peace came. So I hope this helps somebody today, and let me know in the comments if you want me to go over anything more in detail. But I feel like I'm going to be a bit more open in regards to my journey with the Most High and building that relationship. I hope you have a lovely Sabbath.